going on? I'm Josh, and today I want to give you 3 tips that can help you alleviate knee pain when you're squatting. Alright, so tip number 1 is to just have a good warm-up and mobility routine. So a lot of times knee pain can come from your kneecap not tracking properly, and that could be stemmed from either mobility issues in your ankle, your knee, or your hip. And also knee pain can come from just not being warmed up, not having good blood flow to the knee. So I'm going to show you one of the routines I go through that might help you. This can help with mobility in your hip, get those hip muscles firing, mobility in your ankle. It really helps me with my knee pain. I think it could help you as well. So this drill, it's basically 2 exercises kind of tied into one. You do a drinking bird and then tie that into a walking lunge. So basically, you're just going to go forward on one leg and then kind of tilt your hip out. That kind of gets those hip muscles firing. And then go into a walking lunge. And then get your other side. So then the next thing I do in my warm-up is I get like an empty bar set of 10 or so, just to make sure I can kind of feel that stretch getting down deep in the bottom of the squat, and then usually do a set with a set of plates on there. So you'll just have to adjust it to whatever strength level you're at. But yeah, usually try to at least get a couple sets under the bar before getting into my working sets. Alright, tip number 2, get yourself a pair of knee sleeves. Knee sleeves do a couple of things. One, they just help keep your knee warm. By adding an extra layer around your knee, it just kind of keeps them warm, even in your rest periods and whatnot, to make sure the blood's flowing really good. The other thing knee sleeves do is they keep your knee nice and tight. By adding extra pressure around your knee joint, just kind of holds the ligaments and tendons, holds your kneecap in place, and just puts a nice pleasant pressure around your knee joint, and it has really been a game changer for me. These are made by Element 26. They have pretty good reviews, and I've been very happy with them. Been using them for about a year now, and they're not showing too many signs of wear. There's a few scrape marks where I've drugged the barbell up when deadlifting, but they're still holding up just fine. You can get them in black or OD green, and I'll put a link down in the description below. When you click that link, there should be some instructions on how to measure. You're going to measure about 4 inches below your kneecap, and they have a sizing chart. I'll put a screenshot of that sizing chart. But yeah, 4 inches below the kneecap, measure around, and you can figure out what size. I think these are large, so you can see my little legs still need a large. Tip number 3 is just ensure that you have good form. There's a lot of great videos out there on how to squat, so I'm just going to go over kind of the basics that have helped me out. First thing would be to get that bar lined up on your back properly, so you don't have to bend over too much in the squat or be too upright. You want it right across your shoulder blades here. I like to line it up right there. And then just 2 steps. You want your feet to be slightly pointed out and your feet to be slightly outside your shoulders. And then your knees are going to track over your toes, so they're going to kind of point out when you squat. You don't want them to cave in. You don't want them to go too far out. You want them to track right above your toes. The other thing you want is to make sure that your back stays nice and flat. So you don't want to be humped over. You don't want to be hyperextended. You just want it nice and flat. Basically, you're going to lock your back into position, and then it's not going to move the rest of the lift. You're going to hinge at the hips the knees and the ankles. So basically you want that bar to stay over the middle of your foot throughout the whole duration of the lift. So it'd be worthwhile to film yourself once in a while and just get a nice form double check. Make sure your back's flat, make sure your knees are tracking over your toes. They're not gonna go past your toes when you squat down. You want your back nice and flat. And you wanna make sure that you're squeezing your glutes before each lift. Kind of make sure those hips are staying under you. So in review, my 3 tips for alleviating knee pain while you're squatting. Number 1, make sure you've got a good warm-up and mobility routine. Get good and warmed up before you start your strength sets. Number 2, get yourself a pair of knee sleeves. They've made a huge difference for me. You know, I have a background in construction before I decided to pursue pharmacy. Did construction for 12 years. Installed way too many hardwood floors without knee pads, and so I know what it's like to have knees that hurt. And the knee sleeves have made a huge difference. Number 3, make sure your form's in good shape. So there's lots of videos out there to show proper form. I showed a few of my tips that have helped me. I'll link a couple other videos down below that I think are helpful as far as squat form. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to try to get some more of these fitness type videos out for you guys. Let me know in the comments what has helped you with your knee pain. Let me know if any of these tips have helped. And let me know what you want to see in the future. Alright, thanks for watching. See you next time.